Indeed, indeed. I love to hear that when you say that, you know, diversify what's going on now. Let's see what we can do to change
Exactly.
up. You know, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. You know, how is Loftus going to cope for the next 6 months?
Well, yeah, from a marketing standpoint, the one obvious thing is that online shipping, door-to-door drop-off, people waiting at home for a package to be delivered, irrespective of what it is, has come to the fore. So we've actually spent these last 2 months aligning with online retailers through some of our wholesale and distributors. Myself, Terry Jervis, and his team have put together a virtual process by which, you know, we're about to make a movie. We're about to make an animated movie, a live action movie. But in that process, because we know the inner city is underserved, we're doing it virtually now for people to be able to audition for acting, engineering, music. And we're going to be using the social media platforms and virtual contact, one, to audition, and two, to actually produce the piece. And all of that's done in conjunction with Luster Products. Here's our little bespoke bag. And again, I'll send you some links so everybody can get it, but it's Spirit of the Pharaoh Luster Products. On the back, we have a scroll, Spirit of the Pharaoh, and how you can enter. But Pam, this is about diversifying. This is about being able to reach people in their new reality. This is a new reality for all of us. You and I used to sitting next to each other in the studio, being a high five, and I give you a T-shirt as a commemoration.
Exactly.
You know, I'm gonna send you one of these, though. I got you. I ain't gonna leave you out with the T-shirt, and it'll be with the oils. But that aside, so Gem Media, Gem Merchandise, and Luster Products, our social media team, we're putting together a really great program. And again, we're aligning with some great community organizations there in the UK. And it'll eventually evolve here to the US. But the reason we're doing it in the UK is because of Terry, his pedigree, the fact that Spirit of the Pharaoh will be marketed there. We'll establish it and then bring it to the US. And we plan to do a virtual movie. We did our first casting last week virtually. And naturally, they're going to be using Luster Products. And we'll be doing cosplay, which is, you know, I'm going to dress up like Ramoon. I'm going to dress up like Neferkari. Well, I wouldn't dress like Neferkari, but, you know, because she's a woman. But, you know, you're getting my drift. You're getting my drift. But we want people to have fun and see, they'll be able to either enter to actually be an actor, actress, or engineer, or just come on and have a little fun on social media and win some prizes, win some money, win some things they can be an investment for later on for them and their kids. So it's a multifaceted program and multi-layered. And that's why earlier my preamble about happy, sad, mad, inspired, frustrated, but I have not lost hope. And that's the biggest commodity we can hold on to as Black people, because we don't often get anything else. Very little is given to us. What we get, we have to earn and take. And I don't mean take in a violent way. I mean take by our skill set, our mindset, and our dedication to a plan that we execute. That's what's entitlement.
Good. But so as we talk about Black people and as a race, let's talk about the situation that's actually occurring in America as we speak.
Yes.
I'm hearing from coast to coast riotings going on. Let's recap on that. If anyone doesn't know.
You know, Pam, the sad reality to this is that it's not new. And Will Smith, everybody's quoting Will Smith, racism is not new, it's just being caught on film. And even in that, we are denied immediate justice. These riots didn't start because people just want to go out and tear up stuff because they've been on lockdown for the last 75, 80, 90 days. We're tired of seeing an innocent person being killed at the hands of the people that should be supporting and protecting them. And not all policemen are bad. Pam, I was sharing with Anthony earlier, I should not be sitting in this seat right now. And it's for two reasons. One, I grew up in the South Bronx, and I've had more guns pointed at me by cops than I would care to mention. And two, I started to become a cop. I was accepted to the police department. I was a Police Benevolent Association student about to go to school in the fall. That summer, friends of mine in 1972 got beat up for trying to catch a subway at 3 a.m. by an off-duty drunk cop. That was Friday night. I didn't see my friend until that Sunday morning. He had a knot from one ear to the other. And this was Sunday morning. So I'm just walking outside getting some air, and he's crying, coming down the street. And he couldn't press charges because he was threatened. So I experienced it firsthand. So I went to the police academy at John Jay College the next morning, and I resigned. So yes, racism and police brutality is partially why I'm sitting this. And I don't say partially because I did a lot of other stuff to get here, but I would have been a cop first.
Yeah.
I literally was in the police department.
Some people were saying, why isn't there more black people in the force? Because maybe that's the difference.
The thing about it is the program that I was in was actually called Inner City Project, and it was to take inner city students, make them policemen, and make them police their neighborhood, because they knew the people that they were in their neighborhood. They knew the activities that we embark on, and someone from there got a little bit more respect than someone who wasn't and didn't quite look like them. And that was part of the program that I was in. So yes, that initiative has happened. But since then, that's 1972. Since then, there's been so many changes, so many infiltrations into security and police departments. And I won't go into the major rhetoric of who, what, when, why, conspiracy, because that's all people say is conspiracy, but it's not. When you have I did this earlier, and I hate to do this without it being on the screen, but this is a list of people, and you can't see the names actually, but no conviction, no conviction, no conviction. Why do you think Kaepernick did this? And then I had to handwrite George Floyd at the top, because I've had this list for a minute. No conviction, all at the hands of law enforcement. How are we supposed to feel?
Yeah. Exactly.
What are we supposed to do? But if we unite, don't tear up our neighborhood, and we're not the ones really tearing up the neighborhood. Understand anarchists, infiltrators, people with a hidden agenda that have come through these marches. If you see the people in the daytime, those are the citizens and ones that care. And it's multiracial, multicultural, gender neutral, and it's all kinds of ages. Come sundown, here come the guys in the black masks, the black suits, and the things that they can break a window. And which one of us have a bombastic bomb that's going to blow up a police station and make it ignite immediately? Yeah. I don't know, no homies.
Yeah, yeah.
These are paramilitary scenarios, and they're being conducted with precision, with anger, and with a purpose to disenfranchise and to discount the message that we're trying to get across. Exactly. But that's not going to work. For the first time, people are seeing these people and they are approaching them. And now I'm very proud of that. We should not be tearing up and burning down our communities, but we also need to put feet in the street. Yeah. And that's a rough proposition during COVID. I'm saying prayers every day for people who are out there for the right reasons, and I'm hoping that they don't catch COVID.
It doesn't help when you're leader.
When people are willing to risk their own lives to make a statement. What does that say about the state of America and who we are, who we should be, and who we can? See, this is showing who we can be.
Exactly. But just to say to you, it doesn't help also that your leader is talking about, if you're looting, we're going to start shooting. Now,
that's an old Southern statement from, those wingers on the right. So you're exactly right. When you don't have a leader that has empathy, clarity of mission, he had no plan for COVID. It still doesn't, but blames it on everybody else. Make governors pit each other against each other. How do you make people negotiate against each other to buy life-saving equipment for these first responders and for patients and for family members? It's obscene. It's ridiculous. It has to stop. And I have a lot of friends that are Trumpers. And for the life of me, I don't understand it. But I tell you what, when they wake up one day and realize that, how in the heck is and again, Biden made a statement the other day, and none of us liked it. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. But that was a little off key, off kilter. But what he meant by that is, if you don't recognize what's being done to us by the current administration and his minions, then you don't need to complain about a thing. And so, I hate to tell people to vote against something as opposed to for something, but if ever there was a time when you need to, if you don't like Biden, then vote against Trump. I don't care. And I'm sorry to have to say it, but that's how I feel. Period. Period. Because
what's going to happen now, Reggie? How do you move forward? How does America move forward from this?
How you move forward is something I was talking about with Anthony earlier. I'm in 72 countries around the world, so I got people that have been hitting me up, and love to everybody in the diaspora, people around the world who have sent us love and want to say, "Hey, hang in there. Are you okay?" And yes, I'm a little emotional because if we can rally around each other and lift each other during a tragic moment, then why shouldn't we do that during a magic moment? And what I mean by a magic moment, if we rallied around each other and did not care about language, geographic realities, and realized that we all came through that same middle passage, we just got dropped off at different places at different times, but by the same people. We unite for something magic instead of tragic. Watch this space. And that's where me, Terry, our team, Luster Products, Joy Luster, the family, we're all heading in that direction. And one positive thing, we've also got Sheldon Edwards now. And I'd be remiss not to mention him. Sheldon Edwards is the barber to the elite athletes in the Premier League throughout the European divisions. He's got 375,000 followers as a barber. Well, what I like about that young man is that he's an advocate and a activist for the community. And he doesn't take his fame for granted, and he's using it to power other people. So now he's one of our global ambassadors. And so watch the S-Curl space on Instagram, go to HD Cuts, follow him, subscribe to him, because you helping him, helping us, because he grew up on Luster Products from a youth in Jamaica. And here come here and then make him a success. And now, he's doing everybody. Raheem Sterling, Usain Bolt is his boy. So that's magic. And that's magic that we're going to make happen across the spectrum.
Yeah. I just want to see now something positive come out of this. We're waiting in the UK. There's loads of us just sitting here waiting to see what's going to come out of this now. Is there going to be any change to the laws? The first thing also I want to say to you, Reggie, now they've arrested the chap, the police officer who did the deed, but the other three have not been arrested.
Not yet, no.
Okay. So
and go ahead, sorry, Pam.
Yeah, I was going to say, so in order to move on, people want to see all four arrested, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And see, I will say this in reality check relative to some of the police departments and the benevolent associations. For the first time, I've seen them actually come out in unison in certain areas and denounce and say how tragic and how unnecessary this murder was. And so in that's step one. Step two, what I was alluding to before, all the people in the diaspora and the non-diasporic, people who of any color, race, and gender are supporting us. And it's not passive, nor will it recede just because. So if these other three don't get charged, see, that's the match that's still being lit with these and also it would be different, or it would be, there's still Breonna Taylor, there's still this lady in Central Park, Amy Cooper, who calls police on the black bird watcher. I mean, the last 2 weeks have not been very good for black psyche and black respect. And that's why I wore this shirt today. It has to do with Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter from the New York Yankees, because I'm a New Yorker. But it's about respect on any level from everybody. And so, so I'm very positive about the potential. But the narrative can't stop once justice is done. And if justice is not done, we can't tear up our cities to make it that way. We have to go to the ballot box, make sure we vote for more than just a president and a vice president. We vote for our judges, we vote for our congressmen, we vote for our assemblymen, on and on and on and on, all the way down to the smallest level within government. That's how change comes. But we've been so disenfranchised that we don't always acknowledge it or do it. And they do marginalize us. Voter suppression is very real here. But in spite of all of that, we're coming. We are come.
So. Yeah. There you go. Well, we're going to be keeping our eyes glued onto America to see what's going to be happening there, because we want to see something positive come out of this. Something tragic has happened, but we want to now see something positive come out of this. It's all well and good. The four should be arrested. They should be charged and what have you. But then we want some legislator.
Absolutely, Pam. And again, that's the other reality of what's happening right now. There is a call for legislation.
Yeah.
You know, and not just in the US, because again, all my colleagues, friends, and people who don't even know me from around the world but know of us have united around this cause. So take that same energy, that same love, that same willingness to get up at any time of the day and do the right thing and support people like Luster Products, because we are still family owned and operated, and anyone else that is of a company that's trying to make a difference for you and yours. Yeah. That's also economic power is the way forward for us, because if you don't empower yourself, you will always be relegated to second status. And that's the game plan. Pit us against each other, make sure that we don't understand that the strength of economic sobriety. And I say sobriety because we will spend money on some dumb stuff. And economic empowerment and value your future. People say, well, why don't Black people invest more? Guess what? If you don't expect to live long, what you going to do with the money you got today? You're going to spend it because I might not be here tomorrow. And that's very real. Every Black parent I know has PTSD for their child every morning when they leave the house because they don't know if they're coming back. Every morning. You know, I walk past secretaries or administrators in my office, and every one of them at some point in the day is checking in on their 15-year-old, their 12-year-old, their 20-year-old, their 40-year-old every day. How come I haven't heard from you? You know the rules. But in all of that, that's just about love and protection. And how do we solve PTSD? We give people hope. We say, listen, guys, if we take this energy and we harness it and start creating our own magic, guess what? If we haven't been stopped now with all that's been done to us, if we really unite, do you think we could be stopped? You really do? And that's the fear. Them know what we can do when we unite. Yes. So separate, divide, and make sure that they don't know what they really can do and who they really are.
There's also
and that day is over. That day is done.
Always power in numbers. There's always power in numbers. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know.
And Pam, I didn't mean to get so heavy, but I literally have been in tears for the last couple of days, and it's fear, anger, frustration, but then I also, again, I always go back to hope. And I have my pity party so that I can man up later.
Yeah.
I cry in the dark so that I can defend in the daylight.
That's good. That's good talk. That's good talk. That's good talk. Yeah, Reggie, as always, me and you can chat all afternoon.
Okay, yeah, no. We're gonna leave some time for your other guests now. You know
exactly. let me get one or two of them in, yeah.
But so, I must leave with this.
Yeah.
This is our hand sanitizer. This is our free flow. And you know that old pink?
Yes.
And this is our new baby, Shea Butter Coconut. So look for us, www.lusterproducts.com. We love you for loving us. Me, Luster Products, Spirit of the Pharaoh, Terry Jervis, our team, HD Cuts. We coming, y'all, and we coming strong, and we coming for love. We giving it to get it.
Yeah, nice one. Stay safe.
Out of your goodie bag, boo.
Thank you.
Your goodie bag.
Thank you, Reggie.
No, I can't thank you guys enough, and thank you for letting me vent and get that off of me. I hope I didn't. Anyway, no. I spoke what I felt.
Yeah, you spoke from the heart, and that's what I love. Yeah,
much love. Much love and respect to you guys. And I'm loving your new platform. Congratulations.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you very much.
Love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Take care. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Mwah. Peace.
Today I'm breaking down the natural oil blends in the Luster's Pink collection, and I want to talk to you guys about the Lush Growth Oil. Ingredient story for this product is, the key ingredients in the Lush Growth Oil are castor oil, tea tree oil, clary sage oil, rosemary oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, lavender oil, and vitamin E. What I love about this oil is that after using it, my new growth is coming in thicker, it's coming in stronger. It's actually helping with my braids. It's promoting itch relief. And this oil, the natural ingredient store, there's 2 oils in there that have growth benefits. This oil is the truth. So if you see this in the store, make sure you grab 2. This is Moni Less with Hair Talk, signing off.